Tom in Connecticut. What's up, Tom?
First, it doesn't get any better than you over the last 30 years. I think your combination of local, passionate knowledge about New York sports, especially baseball, combined with your knowledge about sports nationwide and the culture in which it's played has been wonderful to listen for 30-plus years. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Question for you. You see any parallels between the 96 team and this team, just in terms of the energy and the excitement in the city and combination of young players and
underdog
veterans? I'd like to hear you talk about that.
That team had more. This team has the prodigious young players. No one realized then what Jeter was. No one knew then yet what Jorge was. No one knew yet what Andy was. They already had Bernie. Bernie was established. Paul O'Neill was established. They had great veteran bench on that team. Remember, that team had on the bench Darryl Strawberry, Cecil Fielder, Wade Boggs, Charlie Hayes. You had as a veteran splitting with Boggs. You had Tim Raines. I mean, you're talking about Hall of Fame players on the bench on this team. Darryl Strawberry. So it was a different team from that standpoint, but they both were underdogs. They hadn't won in a long time. And the team got off to the 0-2 start, just like this team has in both series against the Braves, and then made the great comeback. So there was a magic to that is building now. If this team wins this series, this team has recreated that kind of magic. To come from two times in a row would be extraordinary. Really, to do that, it has not been done that often. Yes.
If we get to the series, can we dust off the Pink Cadillac song?
You know what? We might do it.
All right,
maybe
Mike,
we will, Tom.
And good.
I'm glad you brought it up. Maybe we will. Just because you brought it up, I think. Thank for the call. Maybe we will. You know that? For this group and the last go-round, maybe we will if they get to the series, especially if it's going to be against the Dodgers. Yankees-Dodgers is special. You know, if you're old enough to go back to the 60s with the Yankees, then you understand how special Yankees-Dodgers is in the 60s, and then, of course, in the 70s. Even 81, if you go to the days of Bobby Brown and Fernando Valenzuela. Tommy in Fort